Hey guys, Happy New Year. This is James. First video of the new year. Very excited. Doing something a little bit different today. My videographer Michael actually came up with this idea, which I thought was pretty good. It's visual storytelling. So I have a lot of pictures of when I was in the hospital, before I was in the hospital, and I wanted to just kind of visually show you guys some of the things that I was going through back in those days. I've been talking about it a lot through previous videos, which has been great. Your response has been tremendous. Thank you so much for asking questions and sending comments, and that's really been cool. Here we go. So this first screen is my kids and I, Valentines 2013. So this is before I was diagnosed with cancer. And we're all in the gym and we're celebrating Valentine's Day with our clients. And all of our ladies, we gave them a flower. And it was a special moment. When I went into the hospital, my business partner and several clients ended up doing a fundraiser here at the gym. And they decided to use this picture. So this picture is a pretty special picture of me, not only for Valentine's Day, but it was also a picture that they used for the fundraiser. And at this time in my life, I am a single dad and I had two little kids, Trey and Lily, loves of my life. And besides, you know, my dog Lady, you'll see her back and forth here in the office. This is February 2014. No idea that I was going to get sick at all that year. So this is another one that's pretty dear to my heart. This is my business partner Barbie and her husband Joel, and this is when I was first admitted into UNC Chapel Hill. They decided to come take a visit, so I haven't lost any hair yet. This is, you know, early December, getting all settled in. It was good to see them come and, you know, just be praying with me and to be with me. So this is actually a pretty special picture here. All right, this picture I did a year after I was released out of the hospital. The top picture, this is Christmas of 2013, getting my head shaved. Now this is Christmas Day, getting my head shaved. The bottom picture was Christmas Day of 2014. It was a miracle that I could be out of the hospital in a year. So this is at my sister's house down in Florida. And we were having a great time and got the Christmas hat on. Definitely lost the weight. I had the dark beard here, very dark hair, a dark beard here, all gray. Everything growing back in, but you know, on my way to recovery, actually able to be out of the hospital and spend Christmas with my family. So very special picture. All right, this picture is spring of 2014. I believe this is before my bone marrow transplant. I was able to leave the hospital on certain weekends or certain days. I couldn't stay very long, so I had to pick and choose what days were good to come and visit my family from the hospital. And my kids were a part of the YMCA soccer. And so this is one of the days that I was able to be outside. It was a warm day. You see I still have on my long sleeves. I got my big hat on, protecting from the sun. And the reason I'm protecting from the sun, as we all probably should, but for me, it was due to all of the medicine and all of the chemo and just everything going into my body, that my skin has become photosensitive, meaning I can't spend too much time in the direct sun. Because of all the medications, I will actually burn a lot. So, but this was a great day. I got to spend it with the kids. Lily sporting her Woodall's shirt there. And you'll notice in all these pictures, this is an older Woodall's shirt that I'm wearing. You'll notice in all my pictures, pretty much all of them, I am wearing my Woodall's gear in the hospital. I needed that for my mental focus to stay dialed in and to keep that trainer mindset. And so that helped out quite a bit. Same day, you know, my son got his uniform on, and you can see the height difference. Those of you that know my son Trey, he's much taller than I am now. like head and shoulders taller than I am now. So this is a pretty special picture. This is about 5 years ago. All right, so many of you will recognize this guy. This is Eric Hoy. And this was after the bone marrow transplant. It's because it's, October of 2014. I was able to go to a football game. And Eric is one of our trainers. He's now graduated from, obviously, the high school level and the collegiate level, and is now in the Marine Corps program to be a fighter pilot. So this is 5 years ago. And I'm still wearing the mask, have to wear the mask. I have on my gloves. And I got to actually go down and talk to Eric and meet Eric. Eric and I met through a video chat and through pictures because Barbie had brought him on while I was in the hospital. And so this was one of our very first meetings. So this was a very special picture. This is after the bone marrow transplant. I want to say end of August. This is in Las Vegas at a restaurant called In-N-Out Burger. I was dying for a cheeseburger. In-N-Out Burger in Las Vegas is like the place to go. That was one of my fond memories when I lived in Las Vegas. So my parents, we all went to the In-N-Out Burger and ended up getting this nice picture. And that was also a great day. So here's a little timeline picture here. So this is October 2013, August 2014. October 2013, this is at a Heart Chase event that Woodall's had sponsored. And in this picture here, you see my forearms, my legs, the beard. I'm about 220, 225 in this picture here. And just big arms, big chest, big person. And I was actually feeling good in this picture. I really hadn't started to feel bad yet. And this is almost, August 2014, a year later. So a big difference in the year. But I wanted to do this back-to-back picture just to show everyone that I was on my way back. I was on the comeback, and that I was beating cancer. So, but you can see where the medicine being inside, the tan is gone. The arms, the muscles, that all starts to deteriorate pretty quick. This is Father's Day of 2014, and this was one of the first times I had seen my kids since those soccer pictures that I had shown you, just with everything going on. And this is at the SECU house, and the SECU house is a halfway house for cancer patients, State Employee Credit Union house. And this is just off of the UNC campus. So I was close enough to be near my doctors, but this is actually a way that they test to see if you're healthy enough to go home. The kids were brought up for the Father's Day, and we spent Father's Day at the SECU house, and we actually went outside on a nice walk, and it was just it was a great day, very special moment. This is myself at the SECU house around the same time period, but I took this picture just to kind of show I have no hair, no eyebrows, no beard, it's gone, the hair is gone, and I just happened to be alone, and I took a selfie. I'm terrible at selfies, terrible. So sorry for the nostril shot there, but I just wanted to remember this guy with the no hair and everything. So this is when I earned my marathon. Up on the cancer floor. Here I am, crossing the finish line, have my medal here, and this looks like this time period, I believe this is right before the transplant, because I still have a pretty good body size, the arms are still pretty good, but definitely, if I didn't do my walks, I walked every day. Everybody that came to visit me had to walk with me. I saw this exact picture of other cancer patients outside my room. That motivated me. I'm the guy that if you give me a challenge, I will rise to the occasion every time. For this, it had a list of the marathon, the ones that had completed it, and I'm like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna complete that marathon on the cancer floor and get my name on the board. So this was it. So pretty proud day for that. That was actually an excellent day. This is the day of my bone marrow transplant. This is Pastor Troy Harris. At the time, he was the pastor of Thanksgiving Baptist Church. And this is my mom and dad. And here I am. And there's a drip going in, and the IV is back over this way. But we took this picture to remember this day that the actual stem cells from my sister were going into my body. And so we wanted to take a picture to record that. Here I am doing an exercise physiology test, probably a week or so, maybe 2 weeks after the bone marrow transplant. This is a second part of the test. I did a test prior to the transplant, and they wanted to see how I was doing physically both before and after. I was on the bike, wearing the spirometer, keeping a good posture here, and I asked my dad to, I wanted to record it. I'm a fitness guy. I'm doing fitness stuff in the hospital, so I wanted to record that. This is Pastor Jim at my church, Southside Community Church. That's where I'm a member. Here I am here, and these are the elders, some of the elders, and I was able to go to church. This is the Sunday before the bone marrow transplant. And I had no idea, I think my mom or my dad took this picture. I had no idea this picture was taken until after the bone marrow transplant. So I'm glad they did. This was a very special Sunday morning. Whole church was praying for me, and I can't say enough about the church, the clients, everyone that stepped up to help. Just amazing. With food and getting the kids Christmas presents, and I mean, it was just amazing. Being the sole provider for your family and then being taken away, that's hard. That hits really hard. And what I do, if I'm at work, I get paid. If I'm not at work, I'm not getting paid. I'm not generating any kind of money. So for me not to be at work and in the hospital, bills still had to be paid. This was a big day, just kind of praying for everyone and thanking everyone and thanking God for what was about to happen. This is my sister. We did a previous video with her, giving her side of the story. So this is the day of her getting her stem cells taken out. And she was gonna go get the stent put in. And here I am just wishing her well. This is in the hospital in my room. And she wanted to stop by just before she went down to do all that. So. And her husband made that tank top, and so this is special, having the two of us, having that picture there, pretty cool. Before I could get the bone marrow transplant, I had to get another port. I had one port which looks like this one over here. It's just underneath the cloth. This one, this is just after surgery, they installed this one. Okay, so what this does, all these little things here, one's for medicine, one's for drawing blood, one's for giving blood, and it's all connected to my carotid artery, basically. And so when I get an injection, it goes directly into my bloodstream fast, really fast. So I had two ports. So I had this port here, and I had another one put over here. And my dad reluctantly took this picture. I asked him to take this picture. I wanted it recorded. I did my best to document as much as I could because I tend to forget. I tend to forget things. And one of the things about me is that I really tend to forget negative things. And that drives some people that know me a little crazy because I remember great things, awesome things, birthdays, anniversaries, amazing things with my kids at their graduation or winning a soccer game. I remember that like it was yesterday. But if you ask me when my divorce was final, I have no idea. Years ago, that's what I'll say, because that was a negative. That was a bad part of my life. So I needed to have this documented. So that's why I took so many pictures of this. This is the flyer that they sent out and used for the fundraiser. And that was a very, 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 very magical, special evening. The community, the church, clients, everyone just came together here at Woodall's. And you see that they used the picture here that was taken back in February. So I just thought I would show that to you. So I had that saved. This was before the transplant. One of the weekends I was actually to escape and go home just for a little bit. This is at my kids' elementary school, and they had what was called Donuts for Dads. So it was like the dads taking their kids to the elementary school, and I got to go in that day, thankfully, and I got to see the kids and you know, let them get a donut, so that was cool. This was right after I had completed the very first of the exercise physiology test before the bone marrow transplant. I was feeling good, and my dad just happened to snap the picture. You see, you know, no hair, eyebrows are starting to go, the beard is gone. Still got my Woodall's gear on, man, so I was still charging ahead. But anyway, thank you for watching. I will be doing another one to add more to this. I'm sorry they were a little bit out of sync as far as exact dates, but you know, thank you for watching, and if you like this kind of content, please subscribe to the YouTube channel, and any questions that you guys have, please feel free to email. And that is it for today. Thank you very much. Have a great day, everybody.